to go. I checked the line. Who's next to go?
Bondzee live. Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube. Pause that. How the hell are you? Wow, can you believe it? The Battle of Ontario. What a great opening. Man, it's been 20 years since those guys have faced off. We'll get into hockey. We'll get into so much more. How you doing? It's Bondzee Live on Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. We're live from the condo in Burlington. Man, I'm loving this place. Episode 320. Here we go. Easter's on 420, funny enough, this year. Participate if you so choose. Make sure you go subscribe on YouTube and all the other social medias. You know the drill. What else? Tonight, I got an amazing guest, and I just heard her click in, which is awesome because it was like down to the wire here where we didn't think it was going to work from her end. So she's in the green room. She's coming up shortly. Her name's BB Ann, amazing singer-songwriter from Southern Ontario. We're going to chat music. She's going to play us some tunes, and you're going to fall in love with her. It's going to be awesome. She's great. I can't wait for that. Plus, NHL playoffs this weekend. Cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. We'll get into some hockey playoffs. We'll get into Rory finally winning the Masters. Holy mackerel. What an amazing weekend of sports. We'll get into all that. Dating apps are the biggest ripoff and joke on this planet. We'll get into that as well. Plus, and it goes hand in hand with me picking up girls or not picking up girls because my game is at an all-time low. I'm laughing, but I'm crying on the inside, believe me you. Plus, of course, dummies of the week, as always, and some mind-blowing, crazy videos that we'll make fun of people and laugh at, okay? We got some great guests coming up, including Martina Lake and Johnny Porter of the Lake Porter Band. Amazing, amazing band. Just saw them a couple weeks ago. I missed them on Friday. I was supposed to go see them in Hamilton, but schedule just didn't work out. But plus Adam Rodway, another amazing musician, Canadian musician, be coming up sometime over, we'll see. I don't know. Kojak, great band out of the Kingston area, will be joining us. And Ryan Whitney, drummer for the Feral Minx, who I'm going to see this weekend, and you should too. They're playing at the Corktown in Hamilton. For all my Hamilton local friends, all right? It's going to be a great time. It's Good Friday. Just come out and celebrate. Celebrate the good Lord if you so choose. And if not, just come and celebrate some good kick-ass music from some great bands. All right. Still a possibility of getting somebody from Bush, either Corey, the bass player, or the drummer, okay? So stick around. Nick, the drummer. Sponsor. The show wouldn't be, well, yes, it would, but it's always nice to have a sponsor, isn't it? Shakespeare's Fine Dining, folks. This place is the bomb. I'm telling you, if you have not been and you live, I don't even care if you live 2 hours outside of Toronto, because I legit have had friends drive for 2 hours, eat supper, and drive back home because this place is that goddamn good. The service is amazing. The food is to die for. The wine list, the dessert list, everything is just top notch. But please, please, please make a reservation or your ass ain't getting in. Sorry. 905-528-0689 or www.shakespeares.ca. Go there. Fellas, ladies, take your man. Fellas, take your lady. Whatever. Take whoever you want, but just make sure you go and make sure you make a reservation. The place is amazing. All right, let's jump right into it. My next guest, a beautiful singer-songwriter from Southern Ontario who's out there crushing it, and she was able to get here. Let's see if we can bring her on. Ann, Hello? I see you, but I don't see
I
you.
Can you see me or just hear me?
I could just hear you, unfortunately.
Okay, because there's something going on with it. Said extra camera, and I'm so sorry. I have no idea what is happening right now. Back camera.
Okay, so why don't you just
Oh my
back out of the
goodness.
system and then jump back in
Okay, give me 1 second. Hot
and it
second.
should work. Okay. I'm gonna have a sip of my tea. Still the greatest tea ever. Ginger, lemon ginger with honey. Don't forget the honey because it just has it, but not too much. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Music, it's one of the greatest things on the planet, isn't it? If you're in a bad mood, it can pretty much help you get in a good mood, or it should, or you got some really big problems. It's just everything. If you're already happy, it makes you happier. Seeing live music it's literally like a drug. I have so many friends that go to so many concerts. It's ridiculous, but I get it because there's just something about live music and being there that is really extra special, right, BB?
Right, exactly.
Like going to live shows and seeing somebody perform on stage, there's just something a little extra better about it than listening to it on the radio or wherever you're listening to it, right?
Honestly, I love live music over any recorded music, anything I'd hear on a radio. Just being able to go and just see the bands, the artists, solo, duo, full band, whatever it is, like not even singers, like just
Yeah.
musicians. I find that I definitely love watching them perform live.
It must be a pretty awesome feeling to get up and actually perform live now too, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking still sometimes for me, but it is a really cool feeling. It's fun to be up there and I guess when you see a crowd engaging or you see people that you know or maybe don't even know that kind of are like trying to mouth your words, they might not even know them, but just enjoying your music, that's a really cool thing.
Yeah, I bet. Well, listen, BB, thanks for taking the time to come on Tripping with Bondzee. I had the pleasure of being introduced to you through my a good friend and boss, Cam Black. So
Yes,
shout out clicks for
yes,
Cam for setting this up. Uh,
yes, thanks, Cam.
yeah, for sure. So for those who may not know you, you're BB Ann, and your journey started quite a while ago, but then you took a break. Why don't you walk us through what happened?
I guess not necessarily a while ago. When I was way younger, way younger, in early 20s, I did have a guitar bought for me. It was something that I kind of wanted to do, but I never really started. I think I learned a chord or two. And I didn't really pick it back up until about maybe 3.5, 4 years ago. So
Interesting.
I kind of had some extra time on my hands and decided that, hey, I want to learn something new. Uh, ran into this original singer songwriter band from the area, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. Like they're singing and performing their own music, they write their own songs, kind of idea. So I picked up a guitar and kind of self taught myself and started writing and haven't stopped.
Wow, self-taught, eh?
Yeah.
That was my next question was, so it just came naturally, or like, did it was it, or was it a hard process being
It
self-taught?
it was definitely hard. It was definitely hard in the beginning, like you play like you're playing one chord or two chords and you're like, "Oh, like your fingers hurt and you don't want to do anything." I think what happened for me was I couldn't really find songs that I wanted to sing. Like I was like, I don't really want to cover this. I don't want to cover that. And like trying to like find my voice with someone else's songs I wasn't really having it. So I started writing. And once I started writing, I started putting, simple chord structures to some words that I was writing. And then I remember performing my first song I ever wrote in that same garage I met that band in. Their name's Slim Pickerel. They're really awesome, by the way. Local
Great
band
name,
here.
great
Yeah,
name.
right?
Yeah, I
Exactly.
love it.
I remember performing my first song I ever wrote in front of them and a bunch of people, and like one of their friends was like, "Oh, that was really cool. I like that song. Whose song was that?" And I was like, "Oh, it was mine." And it just kind of like sparked me to
Woo!
be like, "Hey, maybe I could write stuff that people might enjoy." And I think I went manic for a couple months and wrote so many songs. Not that I
Yeah,
performed them all. I got a lot of things out maybe I needed to write out, and yeah, here we are.
right on. The writing process for you, BB, is there rituals? Is there something you do specific every time, or are we superstitious? What's the process for you?
No, I'm kind of I'm kind of a lost writer. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it kind of just happens. So sometimes I'll be sitting and I'll write a line or two, or I'd write down an idea of a song and I'd come back to it and try to write a song. A lot of my songs, I've picked up the guitar and had an idea and just started writing, like in my head and with a simple chord structure, and then they just kind of happened. I think I wrote maybe one or two songs ever without having a guitar in my hands, like fully, and then try to add chords to it. It's kind of harder for me. I kind of like doing it all at once.
Is
I
that
feel like
right?
it for me, it kind of sets the mood. So, like, if I'm writing a song, regardless if it's sad, happy, no matter what it is, I think having the music behind me, just that feeling of setting that mood of the song. Well, where is this going to go? Right? Like, just with words, I can't see the finish line for a song.
Okay, interesting way to explain it. It's funny how every singer and band sort of has their own uniqueness to it, and that's a pretty wild way to do it because like sort of writing on the fly as you're figuring out chords and the progression and everything. That's got to be a special talent in and of itself.
You know what? It's a lot of fun. I didn't know I could do it. I am a simple chord girl. Like, even when it comes to playing my guitar, like like I said, I've 3 years in this, right? So there's a lot going on, and I've focused on more of my writing than it is my guitar. But I also work with, I have an awesome guitar player who has started to collaborate with me on some of my songs, and it's kind of awesome to have him because he's a really cool writer. We kind of
Yeah.
have like the same mindset when it comes to what we want to write about.
Okay, cool. Your lyrics feel super personal and raw when you listen to your songs. And that is the songwriting a form of therapy for you in a way?
I would say 100%. Yep. Yeah, I got a few songs out that I honestly never thought that I would put out or write about or sing about, and being able to do that, I felt, hey, if I'm doing this, why wouldn't I share it? Because I love music and I love being able to connect with songs. When I hear a song, I love emotional music, even though I love happy music. But if I can connect and I'm like, ooh, I felt that. I'm like,
Yeah,
like if I can write something like that that maybe someone else can connect to, that's a really cool feeling.
definitely. The first guitar you were bought back in the day that you picked up but really didn't pick up. Do we still have it? Did we keep it? Did we sell
I
it?
do. I still have it. Yes.
Nice. And is
Yeah.
it in the repertoire? Do we play it when we're performing?
Not performing. It doesn't plug in, but I have brought it like to play acoustic, campfires, this, that kind
Okay,
of idea. So yeah, it's
cool.
still there. Still
If
there.
there's one thing I could tell you, hold on to that guitar because I've interviewed a lot of guys that they're bummed that they don't have their first guitar, and some of them have tried to get it back unsuccessfully. So hold on to that thing.
Hey, yeah, no, that makes sense. I think it was almost, I don't know, what would that have been? Wow, how old am I? I don't even want to think about it. 15 years ago? Like, that's a
Yeah,
long time ago to think about.
for sure, for sure. Your single "Gin and You," it's out. It's really gaining traction. It's a really cool song. Why don't you tell us the story behind that and how it came to be?
So that was the first song I ever wrote, actually. That was
Wow.
the one. Yeah, that was the one. I thought it was a really happy place and time in my life, and writing a little happy love tune, like, little love fun tune, summer tune, I guess. Um, I performed it now for a couple years, and it's funny, we performed that song a little bit differently than the recording, but I went out to Nashville to record that song.
Nice.
So I didn't bring my guitar player. I wasn't, not that I wasn't happy with the song, but I wasn't, I guess, 100% happy with the song. So I brought that song out to Nashville with me, my lyrics, and everything. So what they did there was they hired in session players. So it's like my chords, my lyrics, my melodies, everything, but they bring in session players to play on your song. They kind of like help you make it up, and it
Right.
turned out to what it is, and I fell in love with it, and I love it. But yeah, no. So now we had to relearn it. Yeah.
Hilarious. Well, let's have a listen to it, shall we? Hit play right here.
It's been a long week, feel like I could sleep for days. But I was thinking about you, baby, so what do you say? We sit out on the dock tonight,
Love it. It sounds great. Um,
Okay. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be like doing the vocals in the background or what was supposed to be happening there.
well, listen, we did talk about it, and you agreed to play us a song. Are you down to play us a song right now?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I can do that for you for sure. Are we doing one song tonight? Two songs?
Well, we can do one now,
Are
and
we
we can do
doing
one to
one?
close if you're cool with that.
We can do one now and one what? Sorry?
One to close close out the interview.
All right, we can do that for sure.
Super.
Okay. This song is called What Happens Next. It is not out yet, so it's a treat for you. Treat for you to
Lovely.
hear it. Talk about writing. This one was kind of fun. Not fun. It's not a sad song, but it's not like really too upbeat. But started writing this song and I'm not sure what emotion or where exactly it came from, but it, to be honest with you, kind of started making me cry when I wrote the first, like, there's one part and it was really weird. So I like put my book down and everything and I came back and I did some lyrics and I couldn't finish the song until I got with my guitar player. So which was kind of cool because he got to play the song while I was singing it. I couldn't do both at the same time. Don't know why I cried. It obviously touched something somewhere, so I
Yeah.
don't know. Like,
Awesome.
yeah, so this one's called What Happens Next. Am I doing the whole song?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome. BBN, everybody.
Some folks they tell me life goes too fast. Better sit down and enjoy it while you can. These days are hard, and I'm doing my best. And I've come too far to give it a rest. Some folks they tell me life is too short. You better get up and get everything you want and more. But these days are hard, and I'm doing my best. And I've come too far to give it a rest. So don't tell me which road I am on when you haven't been down it and I've been here too long. No, don't tell me where my road ends. 'Cause I'm looking forward to what happens next. Some folks they tell me, and I bet they tell you, talking is cheap, it only matters what you do. These days are hard, and I know that's true. But I've come too far, and I've got nothing to prove. So don't tell me which road I am on when you haven't been down it and I've been here too long. No, don't tell me where my road ends. I'm looking forward to what happens next. I'm looking forward to what happens next.
That was incredible. Such a beautiful
Cool.
song.
Thank you.
Wow. A beautiful guitar too. What guitar is that?
That is it's a Fender Newporter.
Beautiful. I love the
Um,
color.
Thank you. My dad has the same one.
Okay.
And he doesn't play it. I fell in love with it and asked him if I could have it. And he said, nope, buy your own.
I was just about to say, oh, what a nice
So
dad and
now
everything.
I bought my own, and he has the same guitar hanging on his wall in his pole barn, and it only ever really gets used if I go there sometimes once in a while.
Hilarious. So
And
your
I forget mine. Yeah.
parents are musically gifted?
Dad for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, dad. He has his own band. It's like like an oldies, kind of like oldies rock, I guess, sort of style band. They play tons of music though. That was his retirement dream. He wanted to have an awesome barn with a really cool setup so he could have a band. He started a band probably almost a decade ago now, 10 years ago, 8 to 10
Cool.
years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so they rehearse, they play. That's actually my jam space. He lets me use it. So rent free and all the equipment's
Nice.
there. It's nice.
Okay.
Thanks,
Well,
Dad.
he is a nice dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Speaking of dreams, your dreams. So, do we want to go to Nashville? You've got this Nashville vibe and sound and look. You everything about you is just like Nashville. Is that a dream or?
Uh, you know what? I went to Nashville. I love Nashville. I went there last year to record my last EP, The Gin and You, the 4 new songs that came out. That's actually where I recorded, and I stayed in Franklin, and I fell in love with Franklin, Tennessee. Move there. I don't think that's something in the books for me.
Okay.
As much as I would say that I'd love to, I'm kind of like right now I'm a homebody. I do have 3 kids as well, and I not a homebody. I love to travel. I think that where I would like to reside right now would be here. To up and kind of move there isn't just really in the cards right now, if that makes
Right.
sense. I'm
Yeah.
really enjoying what I'm doing here in Canada, like Southern Ontario. I think for me, that would be something I would always love to stay rooted to is where I'm from, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
One of my favorite artists, Jess Moskalouk, she's a Canadian country singer songwriter. You probably heard of her name, but I went to go see her. She actually was pretty close to where I live, so I drove out to go watch her, and that's exactly what she was saying. She was just saying how she wants to travel. She wants to go play all the gigs and go do all the shows, but like why move where you don't have to move? I love where I live, I guess. So,
Yeah.
I mean, one
Yeah.
day
It's
if
a
I have
beautiful
like 10, one day if I have like 10 houses or something, but no. This is kind of where yeah, this is kind of where I want to be right now. I like to travel, and not to say that I couldn't go on tour somewhere, but kids are in school. I don't have any desires to ever take them from their home base right now. They're really little, so it's
Yeah.
like um I'm loving everything I'm doing anyway, so that's like I will go to Nashville. I will go back. I met a ton of friends, and I'd love to go back this year. I might even still go back this year for a weekend, and then that kind of scenario, but not to move there. But
Yeah. Right on. Do we get up on stage and perform at open mics or do any of that while we're there? Or?
the first time I went there, I got in contact with it was like an open mic full band night kind of idea. So it was actually in a recording studio. It was really awesome. So I got to go perform one of my original songs with a full band behind me, like including like keys, saxophone, like
Wow.
everything you could think of. It was really, really cool. I was only there for a few days, so that was the only thing I did there for my music wise, other than exploring, because that was the first time I actually ever went. And then the second time I went back there, it was just strictly I recorded an album. So I kind of went for work. I drove down myself, not work, it was like fun
Yeah.
work, but I drove down myself about what is it, about 8 hours from here. 8 hour
Okay.
drive, not too bad. Stayed in Franklin. I got to hang out with a lot of really awesome musicians. I had I know a tour manager of somebody down there, so he kind of like showed me different areas that the locals hang out. Got to meet a lot of local musicians, like kind of where all the singer songwriters hang out, aside from down on Broadway where it's more tourist attraction, I think. So
Right.
yeah.
That's cool. Being a mom to 3 boys, how do you balance motherhood and a music career? That's got to be a feat in itself, right?
It is. It's busy. I do have them half time, but it's awesome. Honestly, Dad and I are great co-parents. It's a really kind of anomaly, like a weird situation that turned out so well, I guess. They are busy. They are 4, 5, and 6 right now, if I can say it.
Wow.
We talk about it, but it's my favorite word in the house. For fuck's sakes, for 5, 6. Am I allowed to say that on live?
Yes, you are. I've got
Okay.
a bit of a bad
So it's
mouth
always like for
myself.
5, 6, like
Ah.
they're super busy. They're super fun. All they want to do is wrestle and argue. Like they fight, they play, they want to wrestle. They are really into the Three Ninjas right now. So I got like all the Three Ninjas running around my house. They like to dress up.
Jeez.
They love music. I also write children's music.
Okay.
I do have a social handle called Miss BB Music, and I have music out, original music. I did my first kids show last year. It's
No
not
way.
it's not my main focus, but it's really fun because I have my 3 kids, right? So
Sure.
I started writing music with them when we were just kind of sitting around doing random things. Like I have a song out called Beep Beep Beep, and then another song called 100,000 Toys on the Floor. But it kind of lets me be creative in a way where I don't have to, I guess, use emotion or not like, if that makes sense, like it to write
Yeah.
the kids music, it's just completely fun. It's completely like, hey, we're writing silly kid songs. It's really fun. But
A nice break from the more serious writing, if you will.
yeah, yeah. I think I have about 7 kids original songs. I took a kind of halt to that. I wrote a bunch out and then had one little half an hour show, but I don't have anything like that coming up or anything. I put the 2 songs out, and but my main focus is my music, and it's kind of really busy where that's where I invest my time in.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, country music and stuff, it's really changed so much over the years. I mean, I, I'll be fully honest here, full disclosure. I fucking hated country music, like hated it. But it has really changed so much that it's not as country anymore, if you know what I mean, right? Do,
Well,
do you
yeah,
get
you
that
still
feeling and see how much it's changed? And has it influenced you in your singing and writing?
Yeah, I think you get so many different styles of that said country music, right? Like there's so many different styles, and I think that a lot of the newer country, like new pop country, it depends who you talk to. You can have country fans who love it. You can have country fans who hate it, and they're like, this isn't country, this is pop. But it's like, but it's I think a lot of the music, pop, country, rock, like I could say that I'm country, rock, pop, like all 3,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah,
it's not really a set genre, but I think that's why it might have become a lot more popular, right? Like you're not just listening to um, one sort of, I guess, I don't know what you would call it, style of country. It's kind of got a variety now, and they kind of play all different varieties. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it has influenced me, but I'm also a little more pop. I'm more of like a 90s country writer, I think. Like that was my
okay.
style of country music growing up. Like 90s country music all the way. I would listen to that all day. So I think for me, that's where my style started.
Who was your style? Who were you in love with back then that you really resonated with and sort of drove you to have this passion to do it yourself?
Uh, who really did? When I first started writing, just like I said, it's only been a few years. I always listen to like the good old Shania. She's like my
Yeah.
favorite. But like Alana Springsteen, I listen to a ton of her music. Morgan Wade, she's actually not really country. Some of her songs are country, but some are more of like a rock. Do you know who Morgan Wade is? She opened up with Alanis Morissette this year. I
Yeah.
got to go see her, and she was amazing, and I love her writing style because she's so raw, like very, very raw writer, very raw singer, and I think that kind of inspired me to, with my emotional songs, be able to write and get those words out that I wanted to speak, I guess. But also with my fun songs, I don't know, I listen to everything. Like the Gin and You song, like I have that little Snoop Dogg bit in there. Like I grew up listening to a lot of rap music, like not like old school rap, not the new school. Like you're talking,
Yeah.
my first concert ever was Snoop Dogg in the game.
No
Okay.
way.
So like yeah, Snoop Dogg in the game. I think
Amazing.
I was 14. I shouldn't have been there, but I was.
Yeah.
So that was like my
Amazing.
first concert. And then, my dad grew up playing his guitar my whole life listening to oldies. So it was like rap, oldies. My brother was really into punk rock. So I love punk rock. I kind of always loved music. So
Yeah.
I never had a set genre. And I think that you see that in my writing sometimes because I'm like, ooh, like my lonely song's kind of really like a rock song, if that makes sense. But
Yeah. It's a great way to be and just love music in general, right?
mhm.
For sure. What's been the most surreal moment for you so far in this musical journey? Something that stands out?
Ooh, something that stands out. Hmm.
Have we fallen off stage? Have we been attacked by some male fans that, is there anything like
I get a lot of weird messages, if that makes sense.
I bet you do.
I just don't answer them, and like depending what it is, I'll be honest, I block people. Like that's
Yeah,
a thing. That's a thing. I don't think that
for
you should be
sure.
inappropriately messaging someone you don't know, first of all,
No,
regardless of who they are. You can say, "Hey, hello, how are you?" like
it's a good
instead of
start.
other things. You know what? I played a show this year, and my landlord, actually, him and his daughter came, and this was a really cool thing. So she's I think she was like, I don't know, 12 or something like that. So listened to my music, got to talk to her after, and it was really cute. She loved my music. She was dressing up for Halloween for like a country. All her friends were going country, so I offered to her to borrow some of my stuff. So I gave her a bunch of my stuff to just borrow, just stuff that didn't really, it doesn't mean anything. You're going out for Halloween. Like I got it back, but she wrote me like this really, really cute note. And it was like, hi, Miss BB, or sorry, not Miss BB, Miss BB Ann. Just saying how like she loved my music, this and that. So that was kind of like a really cool thing to have that, to have like um a fan, I guess, a little fan.
Yeah,
And then I guess I had another guy that I didn't know ask me for my autograph. So that was kind of cool after a show, like having
nice.
somebody buy. Well, he bought my T-shirt and he wanted me to sign the T-shirt. So that was
He
kind of
was
cool.
hoping to get
That
a phone number under that signature,
No,
wasn't
he
he?
was there with his wife. He was there with his wife. They actually both follow me. Like it was really nice. They both came over, but he bought the T-shirt and he's like, "Can you sign it?" And I was like, yeah."
Yeah,
So
that's
that was kind
awesome.
of funny for me because you're playing the music, you're up on stage, like I'm here with the hometown that I grew up in, like they're, friends, family, friends of friends. You're not expecting to have somebody ask you for your autograph. It's just kind of like you're having fun with your friends and family and people
Yeah,
that enjoy music. You don't expect that someone wants your autograph. So that's kind of cool.
for sure. It's a great feeling. Any artists that are alive that you would love to collaborate with?
Shania Twain.
Yeah, I knew it. Even in my
Number
head
one.
before I asked it, because I was going to
Number
make that
one.
part of the question, but
That
I
would
thought,
be
well,
like
let's see.
that would be a bucket list goal of mine. Like even if I had to go to a concert and like run on stage like creepily, I want to be on stage with her at least one time in my life.
Well, why don't we
Just
go
be
about it
like,
the real way instead of
well, if
you
I
getting
figure out a
arrested?
way to distract her. Oh, and then just run on stage and just grab no, but anyways, that would be
Oh
awesome.
man.
Um Definitely would be cool to collaborate with her. I follow this artist, Kylie Morgan. She's awesome. I've kind of followed her from before I'd say she made it or started like going on tour and stuff like that, like a couple years ago, actually. And I love her writing, love her music. And I think that would be a really cool thing if I ever got to meet her and like collaborate with someone like that.
Nice.
Someone that like you just feel like you know all their songs, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What are
Yeah.
the plans moving forward? We have new music. Do we have? I know you got some show dates coming up. We'll get into those in a second. But what about music and touring and stuff?
Touring, not necessarily this year. We do have a ton of stuff booked. I think I've got about 12 to 15 total this year so far.
Nice.
I mean, there's a few things in the works. Some things pop up, some things could happen from another show, like in the preliminary rounds I'm in for a couple things.
Okay.
Um, just got my full band together. Two new
Nice.
guys, my bass player and my drummer just came in, which is awesome, but they are like fully on board, like they're buying cowboy hats and everything, so it's kind of like fun.
Super.
But no, I think we're just going to stick to those shows and try to pick up a few more here and there. It's busy. I work a Monday to Friday,
Okay.
with the kids. So to tour, maybe not right now, but to think about perhaps something next year, maybe even a week or two somewhere, like, hey, I want to go vacation Australia and try to get like 3 or 4 shows. I wouldn't necessarily be like a big tour.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of that costs a lot of money, right? So
Sure it does.
independent artists, it's like you
Yeah.
gotta figure out what you can and can't do. But new music, we have, I have a, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 new songs that we are starting to perform. Like we've performed them. They're new, they're not out yet. So we do want to put a new album out. Like I said, that's time and money. So we'll see what happens with that. But I do have a new song coming out in June, and it's called Drunk Country Song. And that one's been really fun. We've been recording
Nice.
that um, in the studio again tomorrow. I have a pedal steel player coming to play in house. I love watching it in house rather than like sending me your stuff. So he's coming
Yeah.
in tomorrow. And that might be the only song I put out this year. I just put out 4 new songs last month. So for me, 5 in a year, I mean, that's
Yeah.
enough.
That's enough, right?
uh, Focus on maybe finishing a full album's worth of music, so that
Yeah.
way, hey, next year we get some time in our slow period again. December, January, February kind of idea, and then maybe start to record some new stuff. That would be
Awesome.
fun. Hmm.
April 25th, you're playing at the Revelry
Yeah.
in Sarnia, right?
Yeah, so that is their final preliminary round for the Road to Revelry Festival. What
Okay.
they do is they have January, February, March, April, they have a preliminary round where it's basically me and 4 other bands are going to compete that night, like a battle of the bands, I guess.
Yep.
Half an hour slots. We go, put on your best show. There's judges. I read that there's 4 judges for it. You also get judged on a bunch of different things. Like you have to socially promote yourself, which is kind of like I think an awesome thing because, where's anyone doing anything if you're not doing anything? I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you've got a
um
pretty good go on the social media. You're posting a lot of stuff and promoting yourself
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, I try. Trying to get the hang of everything here. It's busy. I do it all. So like I do the website, I do all the social posts, like that sort of thing. Put all the reels together. But there's a lot of cool programs that help, and I found that once you learn it, you get better at it. It gets easier. You're not sitting there being like, oh shit. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, move. Okay.
Right.
Oh, and then you get frustrated. You put your phone down. And you're like, come back to
Yeah.
that later. So I'm
Saturday, August
excited.
30th, Tweed Stampede. That's going to be pretty cool. You're opening for the Wreck Laws.
Yes,
How amazing is
yes. I'm
that?
so
Congrats.
excited for that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one. I'm so excited for that. It's really cool.
Cool.
So that'd be like it's about 6.5 hours from where I am.
Okay.
But we're gonna go up my band and I think the Friday night, stay the Saturday night. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna come back the Sunday, but we'll see. I have a ticket for the weekend, so who
Nice.
knows? Might as
Nice
well
little road trip.
stay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah,
See
yeah.
some
Why
good
not?
music. Can you
Yeah,
play us one more song before you go?
I can. I can.
I'd love to hear another one.
I'm gonna play you a drunk country song.
Awesome. I
The
love it.
fun one. We'll end on a fun note here.
Sounds good.
This one was really fun writing. We wanted to write a drunk country song, like a fun drunk country song, and decided that like we should write it with song titles. So I haven't really promoted or said that to really many people, but this song actually has 35 song titles in it.
Wow.
Yeah, and it reaches out 32 different artists. So kind of cool. It's kind of fun.
That is very cool.
This is the drunk country song. And I'm not going to apologize if I have a Southern Ontario country drawl right now because it just sounds a little better with the song. All right.
Absolutely. Go kill it. BBN, everybody. Drunk country song.
There we go. Well, I hardly ever sing beer drinking songs, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So grab your red solo cup and head on down to the Whiskey River. From there it bottoms up. Yeah, I've been living on love like some girls do. But you ain't ever gonna catch me in any honky-tonk blues. It's heads Carolina, tails California. California, hell, I'll follow the neon moon, singing a whistling lullaby while we're drinking on the pontoon. I think I'll stay here and drink because the more I drink, I can't help myself. I've had 2 pina coladas, little family tradition, but I had some help and I love this bar. So many friends in low places, Tennessee whiskey, beer from my horses, drinking and dreaming on minimum wages. After one too many, yeah, well, I'll be singing along to this drunk country song. It's not a drinking problem, but tequila makes her clothes fall off. It's from that hole in the bottle, and we're all here for the party. One more drinking song to cut me off. I'm drunk and I don't wanna go home. I'll take any old bar stool and wait for the tequila sunrise. Drinking don't kill me, I'll stay drunk on you, and I love this bar. So many friends in low places, Tennessee whiskey, beef from my horses, drinking and dreaming on minimum wages. After one too many, yeah, well, I'll be singing along to this drunk country song. We'll be drinking and dreaming and singing along to this drunk country song.
Love it. So good. Way to go.
Thanks.
Hey, man, thank you so much. So
Hey,
people
thank
can
you for
find
having
all.
me.
Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. People can find all your music on all the streaming platforms.
All
And then you
streaming
got the new
platforms,
one,
yep.
Gin and You.
Yeah.
We've also got
Mhm.
Lover in the Night, brand new one, Lit Up. And I'm missing one because you said 4, right?
Yeah, I just posted those 3. I reposted a song I put out last year as a single. There was like a glitch in part of the I didn't realize. It's like when I don't know what happened. I think I might have picked the wrong one they sent me, but it was called Sad Girl Summer. So that one's back out too.
People
Yeah.
can check those out all over the place on the socials as well. Make sure you follow along BBN Music on Instagram, Facebook. Are you on anything else? Twitch or what do you call that?
TikTok.
TikTok. Thank you.
Yes, I am a TikToker.
Good for you, sort of, I guess.
YouTube,
How
yeah,
about
and
that?
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. That's all I got time for. I think those 4.
Awesome. Have we built up the calluses on the fingers hard enough now? It doesn't bother you anymore?
I would say so. I think sometimes they still randomly peel. I feel like the couple months we had off, I did a lot more of singing and having fun and not playing so much. So last month when we got back into it, I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's the feeling.
Yeah. Oh, there's that pain again. I know it well. Trust me.
Right?
Well, look, this has been so awesome. I can't thank you enough for answering all my questions, playing us a couple of amazing tunes. You sound great, and yeah, congratulations. Keep killing it. Being a mom, working, and being a musician. That's quite the trifecta there.
There we go. It's
Awesome.
awesome though. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. Take care. Well, let me do that. There we go. BBN, everyone. That was so great. How good was she? Holy shit. I want to be able to play the guitar like that one day. We'll get there. Oh man, make sure you go listen to her, support her, follow her. It's a good Canadian music is the best. And yeah, she was awesome. So make sure you go follow her and listen to her. That's it. Okay. Where to go? Sports, dating apps. Let's go dating apps. Because listen, I'm ready to get back out into the dating world. It's only been 9 years, not a big deal. But I have to say, I remember after my divorce back in 2012, it took a while. I didn't just jump right into these things. But then I got onto like Tinder, Plenty of Fish was a huge one back then. And these things, all these apps, they were free. They were fucking awesome. It was like shooting fish in a barrel, picking up women. Like it was going on all these dates, having the best time. in so many ways, believe me, and then nowadays, back in the game, and all these same apps, they're horrendous. They charge you astronomical amounts of money. So if you go on there, you can go on there and swipe left or right all day long, but then you got to pay to see who likes you, to see who messaged you. It's like, well, what the fuck is even the sense of having the goddamn thing for free when you can't really use it? You could see them. Big fucking deal. I could look at girls online all day. But if you can't, like, they message them back or see who likes you without shelling out some dough, why? I'll tell you why. Because this fucking world has got so goddamn greedy on every single level of human being existence. Every one of them, including goddamn dating apps now. Like life isn't expensive enough, taxes. You make taxes on your fucking wages, taxes on gas, taxes on your food, taxes up the fucking yin-yang. Well, we're also going to charge you an arm and a leg too to get out of the dating world. And it's like, where the hell else am I going to go? I can't even meet chicks at the gym anymore. There's a gym here, and 90% of the time it's been all dudes in there so far. I don't go out a whole lot. It's maddening. And then when I do go out, this thing doesn't work because this thing and this thing have something against me of picking up girls. It is maddening. So I'm really frustrated with these dating fucking Harmony. I went on that the other day, set up the whole profile. It was like, okay, I'm going to shell out a bit of dough, right? I'm not going to be a hawser. Let's do this. Go through the whole thing, fill out like 50 goddamn questions, whole thing. And it was a process. And I thought, okay, not a big deal. Then get to the pay part. Literally, I might as well, you need a bankroll. You need a goddamn loan to sign up for eHarmony. They wanted, like, honestly, I think you had to sign up for a minimum of 6 months. And it was like $600, $700, $800. And I'm like, are you fucking mad? Do you know how many rounds of golf that is? Do you know how many concerts that is? Instead of talking to stupid girls. And by the way, there better be a special feature that they unlock, which I find unacceptable, but it's got to be, because the amount of, and not to be rude, because I'm sure on the guy's side too, it's the same, but my God, they better unlock some secret, like, hot girl fucking channel or something when you pay them money, because the talent I've seen on these sites, especially POF and like Tinder, good Lord. I just wonder what goes through people's brains when they're taking these pictures to get out into the dating world and try and pick up a fella. Because some of the shit I've seen would just, it's mind-boggling. I was going to take screenshots and show them, but then that's a very truthful, because I'm not going to go show. It's just not cool. You know what I mean? So I'm not that guy, but believe me, when I tell you the talent on these dating sites is 0.0. It is horrendous. Now, there are a few good ones, but I'm telling you, if I'm going to shell out hundreds of dollars to see who likes me or to see who's messaged me, it better be fucking better than what I'm seeing when you're not sharing on for our free losers. Oh, good Lord. Dating sucks. And dating really, really, really sucks when you have no confidence. It's the only thing that makes me want to drink again, to be honest with you, is because I had all the confidence in the world when I was full of booze. Took the booze away, took everything else away too, including my fucking courage to speak to women. It has gotten out of control. It was never, ever, ever this bad. I was at a Pharaoh Mink show last weekend. This is a story, and I think I sort of tapped into it last week, but I'll give you the full rundown. This kid, Adam Robway, was playing, brings out, he's got a following, and his following consists of like 85% of women to 15% men. And out of the 85% women, 83% of them are absolute rockets. I was there. I was just like trying to keep my fucking jaw attached because they're like, hanging off the floor. And there was even some really nice, good-looking girls. I was looking mighty fine. I had my fine threads on. You know, I had a nice suit, not a suit jacket, but what do you call it? Like a sport coat, right? And it was all velvety and black, and it was nice. The chicks were checking me out. And I mean, I got this nice new body, and I'm not the ugliest fella. I'm not the handsomest, but listen, I'm like mediocre. But chicks were checking me out, and all I would do is I'd look, I'd be like, oh shit, and then instantly, brain, mouth, they're like, yeah, no, we can't talk to them. No, you just can't. You're a loser. But I'm not a loser. I keep telling myself that, and we're working on that still. But it's this really crazy sad. It is sad. It's embarrassing. It sucks. It makes me angry. The next day, I wake up and going, dude, like for real? What is your problem? The worst thing that they could say is no or fuck off, Baldy. And then big deal. That's it. It's over. On to the next one, which there was more of. In fact, I was standing beside this girl watching Adam Rodway perform and kill it. And two of her friends were like, doing the old nudge into her so that she would bump into me so that I would potentially turn to her and maybe start talking to her. No, completely frozen. Just pretending to dancing away like a buffoon on my shroomies and stuff, having a grand old time. And you would think with doing shrooms and maybe some other medicinal products that mix nicely with the shrooms would give me a whole bunch of confidence and stuff. Well, guess what? Not a fucking chance. Makes it worse. I have never, ever in my 51 years of existence on this goddamn planet and been dating since I was literally 12 years old, have I ever been this bad and lost all confidence. And I thought I was getting better because, I tried it in Nicaragua when I was there. I finally went and spoke to this girl and her friend told me to fuck off. But, I felt I wasn't butthurt. I laughed it off. It was pretty funny, actually. And my friends laughed at me because they watched me go over there and do it. So I've just got to go. I've got to go into these things. I'm going out Friday night to see the Feral Minx and some other good bands with some good friends. And there's got to be hot girls there. And I'm going to try and make it a point. Maybe the good Lord will be with me on Good Friday. But I'm going to try my best to speak to a female and see what happens. And one that I don't know. I'm really good at talking to girls I know. Or if they're in the group with somebody I know, no problem. But to speak to a girl cold, introduce myself, say hi. Hey, how's your night going? Hey, can I have your number? Good Lord. Man, I honestly, I feel like just raging, beating myself up in front of the mirror the next day when I like, dude, you're not a loser. You're not ugly. You're not fat. I wish I could almost walk around tarps off, show off my abs and everything. Maybe that'll work because, last time I checked, it was 2025. And where's all these girls coming to talk to the guys these days? That's fucking bullshit. Ain't not one girl anywhere I've been over the last 9 years of being single has toodalooed on over to Bondzee and said, hello, how you doing? I fucking won. I just got to get over myself. I'm trying to play the girls, but it's not really the girls' problem. It's my problem. God damn it. But I'll tell you, jokes aside and everything, it's almost cheaper to get a hooker once or twice a month than it is to join these fucking dating apps. God damn it, I've had it with these things. But I'm going to have to give in soon and cough up the fucking shillings because, listen, I like sex. And I'm getting pretty tired of using these two goddamn things. You know what I mean? I'm really good at it. And I know what I'm doing. We have a wonderful time. But and the end result's always wonderful. But by golly gee, I would love a female on the other end of that happy ending. You know what I'm saying, bro? Holy shit. Anyways. I will not be turning to booze anytime soon. I just celebrated my 15th month booze free yesterday. Clicks for Bondzee, clicks to Lisa Holgate for doing the same. I know she's watching. And congrats to everybody else that's on the journey because I know a bunch of people are now and stuff. Bill Walker, thanks for tuning in, brother. I will see you Friday night at aforementioned Feral Minx show. And anybody else who's watching, come on down and check out some great bands, especially the Feral Minx. And they got a brand new song they're rocking called Dead Flowers. My Lord, so good. All right. The struggle's real in Bondzee's dating life. That's for sure. All right. Sports. As a guy who's been single for 9 years, I get to watch a lot of sports without this. It's one thing that's kind of, listen, there's a plethora of pros and cons to being single and not being single. And one of the pros is watching sports till the cows come home. Whenever you want, whatever you want. It could be darts for crying out loud. I get to watch it because I don't have a girlfriend that's going to sit there and give me the fucking hot tongue because I'm watching darts. I have watched darts. I do not frequently watch darts. But let's get on with it. The Masters this past weekend, folks, was easily one of if not the great. It wasn't the greatest Masters tournament I've seen because I guess there's just too many. I love Rory McIlroy. I'm so proud for him and happy that he won it. But I got to say, watching Mike Weir, the first Canadian to ever win it, was massively special, especially as a left-hander too. And me and Mikey are both left-handers. One plays on the PGA, one just sort of sucks. But you know what? I was thinking the other day, I heard a statistic. If you can shoot under 100, I believe you're in the top like 10 percentile, because most amateur golfers cannot break 100, and especially 90. And well, I broke an 80 a couple times, so bafangu. No, I love golf. I love watching it. I love playing it, and I love it when it's the major tournaments and good golfers are up at the top, and it's exciting. And this weekend, it literally was one of the greatest ones. Phil Mickelson winning was another one. Tiger Woods just winning it a couple of years ago was super, super special. But this one was special too. Definitely shed some tears of joy for Rory, watching him just release those demons. He's been trying to win the Grand Slam, which is winning all 4 majors. He's won the US Open. He's won the PGA Championship. He's won the British Open. But the old Masters eluded him, it did. And it's been 11 years since he's held on to the other 3. And boy, oh boy, he's been so close so many times. Definitely 2. A monumental collapse in, I believe, 2013. No, it was later, but whatever it was. He had a 4-stroke lead going into the final day, lost, blew it. And again, this year he almost lost it in dramatic fashion again. My God, 18. All he needed was a 5-foot putt to win. Now, easier said than done because golf is hard and it doesn't care who you are. If you're Rory or Tiger or Jack Nicklaus, sometimes old golf gods are going to fist you. And well, they did again to Rory because he is classic for blowing leads, and especially in the big tournaments. You know what I mean? So he misses his 5-foot putt on 18 to go into a playoff with Justin Rose. And you're thinking like, oh, fuck, bro, not again. Like it was pain. It was like the emotions that I went through, and not just me. I was blown away by how many females were so into the Masters and were so thrilled that Rory won. So great to see. Made me so happy. It wasn't just guys posting, because listen, Rory's a fan favorite and people love him, and he's had an amazing career, and he's extremely fun to watch. And so he gets into the playoff with Justin Rose. They both nut their drives down the middle, and you're thinking, okay, even Steven here. Rose is up first, bangs one within like 12 feet. And you're thinking, oh shit, here we go again. Poor Rory is like, one of 2 things are going to happen here. He's going to completely shank it like he did on 13 earlier in the round, where he put a pitching wedge in the soup from like 125 yards, which is super easy. You can make those shots in his sleep. See, even Lisa Holgate watched it. Lisa, have you watched any other golf tournament on this planet ever? Probably not. So good for you for watching Rory win the Masters. I believe it was one of the highest rated ever. 19 million watched the playoffs. And then I think it was like 13.3 for the rest of it, which is huge numbers. It's pretty good. Anyways, Rory steps up, and it's either complete shank central and he's going to fuck it up and he's done. He's not going to win another Masters, or he's going to nut it. He nutted it within like 3 feet, even less. Justin walks up. He could still tie him because he knows Rory's going to make this putt, we think. Rose, he misses it by this much. Rory needs his putt to win. Lines up. Doink, it goes in. He's on the ground crying. I'm on the couch crying with Tucker. It was just jubilation. It was really awesome to see such dramatic fashion, a la Rory. The emotions are crazy, even for himself, for everybody watching. There were so many people there that were thrilled to see it. Wonderful tournament, wonderful time. It never, ever, ever disappoints. God damn, I love the Masters. Thank you, Masters. Thank you, golf gods, for letting Rory win and finally getting that demon off his back and winning the Grand Slam. Listen, well, there's only been 5 other fellas that have done it, and now Rory's the 6th, and it's a pretty sweet feat and something amazing to accomplish because ain't too many fellas doing it, that's for sure. All right, NHL playoffs, baby. Oh my God, buckle up, ladies. If you got a fella who likes hockey, kiss him goodbye for the next 2 months. Because what is about to shake down in this NHL playoffs is nothing short of unbelievable. This is pretty much the setup right here. I'm just going to check TSN to see if the Montreal Canadiens won or lost. They won. They're in the playoffs. Okay, so this stands. If Montreal lost tonight, they were out, and Columbus Blue Jackets would have played the Washington Capitals. That's going to be a great series to watch Ovi and the boys, see if they can continue on. You got the Battle of Florida. You got the Battle of Ontario with the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators. Oh, my Lord. How good is that series going to be? And it makes it a little harder now. It's kind of going to be bittersweet, I guess, for the Ottawa-Toronto series, because I have fucking hated Ottawa my whole life. Not as much as the Habs, but I've always hated Ottawa. And now, well, I just don't hate Ottawa anymore. I can't, because my childhood buddy is the president and general manager of the team now. And, I've followed his whole career, 1,001 games in the NHL with a bunch of different teams, captained the Atlanta Thrashers, longtime career in Edmonton. And I've always rooted for him. Rooted for him when he was the president and owner of the Hamilton Bulldogs, not the owner, the president and GM of the team of them. Won a couple championships, and now he's taken over the Ottawa Senators. And boy, oh boy, first time they made the playoffs in 8 years under good old Stevie Boy's tutelage. So good luck to the Ottawa Senators. I hope you lose. I can't go against my Toronto Maple Leafs. And I know we say this every fucking year that we make the playoffs. It's our year. And we've got an amazing team. I saw a great tweet today. I'm going to have to give this guy some credit, because it's pretty damn funny. Nick Dumoulin, however you say it, at Dumoulin, go follow him because it's funny. The Leafs look healthier, bigger, faster, stronger, and have much better goaltending than previous seasons. Sends in 4, he says. and it's funny because it could be so true. The Leafs have had an amazing year. First time winning the Atlantic Division. Fantastic year. So many of the guys played great. New additions. Everybody gelled. 2 great goaltenders. But listen, playoffs are a different monster. And, well, the majority of the playoffs and the Toronto Maple Leafs don't really go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, fingers crossed, this is our year. We shall see. Crazier things have happened. That's why they play the games. We'll see what happens. But listen, I think it's going to go 6, and the Leafs will take it. I'm hoping even in 5. But listen, on the flip side of that, if for some crazy reason Ottawa decides they're going to beat out my Toronto Maple Leafs, well, kudos to them. Clicks, and go get them, because that's will be who I'm rooting for after that. But go Leafs, go, because these are my team. I bleed blue and always have and always will. Okay. Before we get off hockey, Marc-Andre Fleury. Got to give this guy some love before we get out of here. 1,051 games played in the NHL. Just played his last one last night. Huge clicks for Marc-Andre Fleury. 1,051 games as a goalie. That is one hell of a time. Played in Pittsburgh. Long career in Pittsburgh. Won a few cups there. Played for Las Vegas. They fucked him over. Played a quick stint 1 year in Chicago, and then played and finished his career for Minnesota. And there was a couple times where the Toronto Maple Leafs almost got Marc-Andre Fleury, but ultimately Fleury said no and decided to stay and finish his career in Minnesota. 575 wins along the way, 76 shutouts, which I believe is second most next to Patrick Waugh. Same with the wins. 3 cups as mentioned, and 1 Vezina as goalie of the year. Amazing career. He's an amazing hockey player, amazing teammate, an amazing dude. I've had the chance to meet him. It was my son's favorite goalie, who played goalie, Brad. And he's a fun dude to watch. Super funny, great in the dressing room, and a massive prankster. So it's been fun. Well, the guys in the league are going to miss him. We're all going to miss him as fans, because he was definitely something to watch and somebody to watch for sure. All right, before I get out of here, gas prices real quick. Absolutely fucking amazing how they magically plummet with an election coming up shortly. Huh. Didn't see that coming. Hey, I don't know how fucking stupid they think we are. Like, where were these prices over the last couple of years? Not going to help anybody out there. Continue fisting us with carbon tax where we don't even fucking produce any carbon. Like, we're one of the lowest on earth. It's unbelievable. But 13% carbon tax, one fist. This tax, there's another fist. And what is that? And they could have dropped these gas prices all along, but they didn't. And now they did. Weird. Listen, I'm no political expert. Not really my thing. I'd rather watch sports and deal with that. I just do my thing. I go to work. I pay my fucking taxes like everybody else. And I bitch about it once in a while, like everybody else do. But I am no political expert by any means. Let me reiterate that again. But I'll tell you what I have seen go on the last 9, 11, whatever fucking years it is under the liberal regime ain't working. It ain't working. And I'm all about change. So let's try it, because the definition of insanity, y'all know it. So let's have a little bit of change, shall we? Not a political show, and that's all I'm going to say on it. And don't hate on me because I'm talking about politics or even saying who. It sounds like, you know, I'm going to vote for. I definitely am. I'm tired of the liberal way. It's just not working. Things are a disaster out there. They're a disaster everywhere, but by God, let's change. Change is good, right? All right, that's enough of that. Let's get into some videos before I get out of here. I can't believe I've already gone long. This is awesome. Dummies of the week. Let's start with that. Now, listen, I'm not sure if this guy's, well, he is a dummy, but I guess you could say he's kind of a smart dummy because, well, let me see if I can bring this up. Watch this. This is one way to get rid of a bear, I guess. That's going to some great leg to potentially scare off a live black bear on your property. And what am I going to do work? How funny is that? You can tell he's still pretty scared to get close with though, but it worked. Proud of fun, dude. I love that video. Listen, folks, I don't even know what's going on here. Horse Girl is half human, half horse, and a full musician. How she went from farm to Coachella. Now, listen, take these for what you will. I don't know if it's AI. I don't know how real this is, but what is that? Like, what is that? I'm at a loss for words. I truly am at a loss for words. Bet you gives one hell of a blowjob though. Bondzee, I'm getting tired. I get the hell out of here. Okay, what else we got? Listen, I have to travel. I'll tell you one place I'm not going. India. Sorry, folks. No offense, but if what's going on here? Pure filth, surrounded in garbage, and filled to the tits with people. They sure do shit different in India, I'll tell you that. Listen, it could be a beautiful place. I heard there's great temples there, all beautiful sorts of things, but I've also heard horror stories, and the whole place smells like shit, and, well, the swimming doesn't look all that wonderful. So India, a miss on my future travels. Karen's, gotta love them. Watch this dummy.
Fuck you, dog. You're the one swerving. I was just following you. I'm the one swerving? Oh, I'm the one
stupid. Hello, yoo-hoo. I like how she tries to stop it by pulling it backwards. Douche. Nice door right off the melon there, too. Watch this again.
You're the one swerving. I was just following you. I'm the one swerving? Oh, I'm the one fucking swerving. Yeah, it was actually...
Oopsie. Watch a door hit her face. Douche.
Okay.
That had to hurt.
Fuck you.
What do we got here? Speaking of dummies of the week, things didn't go for a goes through a barrier, goes off the cliff. How lucky is this dude that he didn't go right into that raging river and go toodaloo in the current? That's absolutely insane. Apparently, guy was fine, walked away, no injuries, climbed up the embankment and called 911. Hope he wasn't drinking, that's for sure. Holy shit balls. What else we got here? A couple more about here. This is pretty wild. Watch this. What you saw just fine was a wanted his enclosure. I shouldn't be laughing at that. Let me mute this other crazy bitch. That was pretty funny. That's one mean orangutan, isn't it? Look at him. Just hucked the poor fella right through the air. Dish. Looks like he landed okay, though. Got to give him a 9.6 on that. Nice form. flying through the air, a couple of spread eagles. Oh, dear Lord. What else we got here? I got to get the hell out of here. This is pretty cool. Little feel-good moment for you. I guess in Sweden, crowds line up just to watch cows go outside for the first time since winter being locked up. I'd be pretty damn excited too if I was penned all winter. Well, I am. I can't. This is me on the golf course for the first time every spring. Except nobody's lining up to watch me. That's pretty awesome, though. Imagine getting out of that pen for the first time. Like, whoa! Grass, baby, fresh grass. That's awesome. Okay, speaking of awesome, I was today years old when I learned this. Yeah, this is for people that have kids out there that love video games. Okay, we get rid of that. That's thinking outside the box to try and win your video game. Get the old finger on the screen. Get the old mom's vibrator going. Shit. On that note, it's time for old Gregory Scott to go. Listen, huge thanks to BB Ann. Go check out her music at BB Ann Music. Amazing singer-songwriter. Go see her perform this summer. If you're in the Sarnia region, she will be playing on August 25th. And if you're in the Tweed region or want to go on a road trip on the weekend and see the Rec Laws and see her open for them, August 30th, Tweed Stampede. Go check it. You will not see me there. It's not my jam. I went to what the hell is that one? Jamboree, something Jamboree up near Tweed. I can't remember the name of it, but I went for a stag. It was the only reason, at first and only country shindig I ever went to. Listen, teach their own. Country's not my thing, but BB sounded amazing, and I can't thank her enough for taking the time to come on and join me on this stupid show. Right on. I hope you have a wonderful, amazing, long weekend. Praise be to God. Just kidding. If you celebrate it, great. Have a great time at church. You will not see me there. Have a wonderful Easter with your family, your friends, or whoever else. And listen, come out and see the Pharaoh Minx Friday night to Corktown, Hamilton. I believe doors are at 8. Don't quote me. Might be 9. 4 bands. It's going to be a great time. I'll be there. You should too. And on that note, peace and love. Have a great rest of your week. Hope you enjoyed this stupid show. And yeah, peace and love. Toodaloo. Don't trip. You're fine. We'll get through this together. All right. Toodaloo.
What was that?
That was very strange.
It was very weird.
Peculiar.
It was kind of amusing.
Yes, it was rather funny.
It was incredibly funny.
I loved it.
Hilarious.
Next to go. I checked the line. Who's next to go?